Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to highlight a key difference between Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, a surprising difference that I don't think a lot of people actually realize. Now, real quick, before we get into the video, all the source material, all the stories come from Phil Jackson's book, 11 Rings. Now, if you haven't read 11 Rings, stop this video right now, go on Amazon, go on Barnes & Noble, wherever you buy your books, and order yourself a copy of this book. It is one of the sports books I recommend the most. It is absolutely fantastic. It not only talks about Phil Jackson's biography and how he got into coaching, but also goes into stories about Phil with the Bulls and the Lakers and Scottie Pippen and Jordan and Kobe and Shaq and the entire crew, and how Phil Jackson was able to win 11 rings. I mean, it's just, I can't stop talking about it enough. It's a fantastic read. Now, the whole point of this video is to highlight a key difference between Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And that starts in the fall of 2000. Now, if you go back in time, fall of 2000, the Lakers had just won their first championship ring. They were on cloud nine. Everybody was like, Kobe and Shaq, this is the new duo in town. They're about to take the league by storm. But Kobe had other plans. Kobe wanted the Lakers to be his team. He wanted to be the alpha male. And Phil talks about the fact that Kobe in that offseason worked hard, as normally Kobe does. And apparently he took 2,000 shots a day. Just let that sink in. Kobe Bryant took 2,000 shots per day. And this was part of Kobe's plan to take that quantum leap in performance and again, become the alpha male of the Lakers. This is kind of where it really starts. Phil Jackson then goes on to talk about Kobe. Phil says, early in the season, I'd asked him, Kobe, to keep playing the way he had the year before, running the offense through Shaq and sticking with the system until the final minutes of the game. Kobe responded by nearly doubling the number of shots he took each game and adopting an erratic style of passing, or more often, not passing. That infuriated his teammates, especially Shaq. Phil Jackson then goes on to say, but at the start of the season, he told me, Kobe, he thought the offense was boring and too simple, and it prevented him from displaying his gifts. And again, this is kind of the first time that Kobe expresses this to Phil Jackson that says, hey, like, I want this to be my team. And what's ironic about all of this is when Phil Jackson first came to the Lakers, Kobe was obviously super excited to run the triangle offense because he saw the success that Michael Jordan and the Bulls had with it. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to do this. If it means winning a ring, if it means, scoring all these points, like sign me up. I will run the triangle offense. But then in his second season, he's like, you know what? I think I can do more than this. And I want to show off my gifts. And this triangle offense is kind of prohibiting me from doing that. And so again, this is why Kobe is talking to Phil Jackson. And he's saying, hey, I want to show off my gifts. I think I can do more than this triangle offense is allowing me to do. And so that's what I want to do. And now the interesting part is Phil Jackson talks about Rick Fox and how Rick Fox describes Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. And I thought this was super interesting. For those who don't remember, Rick Fox played with the Lakers. He played on those Lakers teams with Kobe and Shaq. He was a small forward, a 3-and-D guy, really kind of a glue guy. Honestly was pretty good. But then he also worked with Michael Jordan during Jordan's basketball camps. And so that's how he became closer to Michael Jordan and really learned about Jordan, and what motivated him is by working at these basketball camps. Now, this is how Rick Fox describes Kobe Bryant. Kobe's an alpha male. He looks at the world with the eye of someone who says, I know more than you. And if you were in his way, he was going to push and push until you push back. And if you didn't push back, he was going to eat you. Now, Rick Fox continues on by talking about Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and how driven they both were. Rick says, there are no other individuals I've known who act like they do. To them, winning at all costs is all that matters. And they demand that everyone around them act the same way, regardless of whether they can or not. They say, find somewhere inside yourself to get better, because that's what I'm doing every day of the week, every minute of the day. They have no tolerance for anything less. None. I mean, listen, Rick Fox played with Kobe Bryant. He obviously got close with MJ during these basketball camps. Hearing him describe Kobe and MJ in that manner, to me, I mean, listen, we all know about the drive. We all know about the competitiveness. But hearing it directly from Rick Fox, I mean, I just get goosebumps even just reading about it. Rick Fox then goes on, though, to mention a key difference between the two, a difference that I don't think a lot of people realize. So Rick Fox says Michael had to win at everything. I mean, he couldn't drive from Chapel Hill to Wilmington without making it a race. Whether you wanted to compete or not, he was competing with you. But I think Kobe competes with himself more than anything else. He sets barriers and challenges for himself, and he just happens to need other people to come along with him. He's playing an individual sport in a team uniform and dominating it. Once he steps off the court, though, he's not interested in competing with you in the way you dress or how you drive. He's obsessed with chasing the goals he set for himself at age 15 or 16. And what's hilarious about all of this is literally the very next sentence is Phil Jackson saying, which is exactly what was making Kobe so difficult to coach. And like I said, this is kind of the beginning of the whole Kobe and Shaq drama. There's an ESPN article that comes out where Kobe's saying some stuff about Shaq. He says, if Shaq were a 70% free throw shooter, it would make things so much easier. So they kind of go back and forth, and that's what starts all this drama. But drama aside, highlighting that difference that Rick Fox said about Kobe and MJ was really key for me, because it proved and it showed to me how different MJ and Kobe were. Given all their similarities, the similarities with their games and how driven they were and competitive, still the main key difference was that MJ was just competitive with everyone. He wanted to beat everyone. It didn't matter if it was anything, by the way. It didn't matter if it was basketball. It didn't matter if it was gambling, if it was sports, if it was whatever, who could, ride a bike the fastest. MJ was going to compete with you, and he wanted to beat you. Kobe, from Rick Fox's recollection, was competing with himself more than anything else. Kobe had these goals that he set at the age of 15 or 16 that he wanted to reach. And that was part of him wanting, in my opinion, to be the alpha male on the Lakers, is he wanted to reach these goals that he had for himself. He clearly felt like the triangle offense wasn't allowing him to do that, which is why he wanted to change the offense and do more of me ball. And that's who Kobe was. I mean, we all know, the stories, and we saw it live, right, of Kobe being selfish and not wanting to pass the teammates. Now, to Kobe's credit, right, obviously got a lot better with his career, and he learned how to fit within a team and run an offense with the team, and he got a lot more unselfish as he, progressed through the NBA. But in the early years, Kobe was like, listen, I have these goals, and either you're with me or you're not. And if you're not with me, I am just going to eat you alive. I mean, those are Rick Fox's words. So just super interesting. And it goes back to something I've always said, which is everyone has their own motivation. Everyone has their own why. Everyone has their own desire. You need to get super clear on what your motivation is, what your desire is, what your why is, and then go all in on that. And so, I don't know, really eye-opening for me. I hope it was for you guys too, just learning about the main difference between Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a comment, drop a like, drop a, subscribe to the channel. I read all my comments. I try to reply to everyone. If you didn't enjoy this video, let me know what I could do better. I'm always looking to improve. So if there's something that you see and you're like, yo, Nick, you could do better in this aspect, let me know, and I will absolutely improve for the next time. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video and hope you had a great day.